Yes, and sound enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. So like the screen shows right now, there's a warning. As we are having fun, just remember, charged emotions, confusion, hyperventilation, but through it all, breathe. And the other thing that's really useful to remember is we're all part of a team, so let's see how we do.
Before we start, it's asking me for an app code and a name of your sub-tribe on my mobile device.
Not to worry, you're in the exact right place. So that's exactly what you should be seeing. And I will jump into that in a bit.
Great.
So just a bit of background. Yeah, a bit of background in terms of the storyline. I hope you've watched the demo, but even if you haven't, it'll become clear as we go along. So part of the fun is learning as we go along, putting aside our need to know everything and just enjoy the experience. We'll do a debrief later and so many things will make sense at that point. So Earth is becoming a methane planet. That's one of the things that's happening. And in order for us to evolve, we need to conduct a genome experiment. So this genome experiment will require us to do a couple of things, which is what we will discover. And we will also need to mine something called Movilenium. So somebody said that's a bit of a tongue twister. So if you can't say Movilenium for one reason or another, MV still works. So we're going to need Movilenium for our experiment. Okay. Do we have any other slides, Mohsin, or can we jump into the game?
We're ready to jump in. I'll stop sharing so you can start, and I'll pass it on to you.
Fantastic. Just give me a sec while I prepare to share my screen. Okay, I hope you can all see my screen. So there was a question. I am seeing enter app code, name of your sub-tribe. For those who are wondering, that looks something like this. So are we all on that page? Remember, as I do this, I will not necessarily be able to see your faces. So you will need to let me know yes or no verbally. So
Yes.
we can use
I can volunteer to say yes.
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 Fantastic.
I can see the screen.
So great. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to give our team a name. So what name sounds exciting for this group of people who will be facing challenges together? Any suggestions?
Thunder.
The survivors.
Thunder survivors. Okay, so let's call ourselves the Thunder survivors. Awesome. So the Thunder survivors, not to worry, nothing needed from you at this point. I will be letting you know in a bit what you need to do. So you should still be on the app code screen. I have opened a browser version just so that I can walk you through things. Give me a second. This is taking a bit longer than I thought. Just hold on, let me refresh. So Thunder survivors. Okay. And Mohsin, feel free to jump in if you have any tips on anything I may have missed out on.
You're good so far. We can move into the game environment so that they can at least do the trial round.
All right. Okay, so under app code, you will enter 4291.
Yeah, you can.
So everyone right now, 4291 is the code you need to put in. Under subtribe, write your name. So 4291 is the code, and subtribe, put in your name. And once you're done, click initiate. So all of us should be seeing logging you into your secure server. So I'm going to just give it a minute as we wait. So Musin's in, Caspian's in, Mohammed is in, Santosh, Haitham, Omar, Laura, Rodrigo. Is there anyone who hasn't been able to jump in, whether you're on the browser version or on your phone?
Tells me that I'm logging in
I
right
think
now.
we're missing.
Okay, so it says you're logging into your secure server. Anyone experiencing any challenges?
Correct.
Logging into your secure server is what you get to see. Okay.
Yes.
So we were in sort of a waiting room. So I'm just going to push us into the game.
Okay.
I'm in.
Are we all in?
Yep.
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yep.
Yes.
I can see the chef also.
Okay.
Susan, it
So
seems the
Mohsin looks
internet
like
is a bit unstable. Yeah, on your side.
Yeah,
I will just
so
display my screen. You will be able to
Okay.
to speak through it. Just let me know what you want me to do. Okay.
Okay, that's okay. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that you can just share yours, and then I'll walk everyone through it.
Sounds good.
Where are you? You hid. Awesome. So we should all be seeing a screen that looks like this. And the first thing we are going to do is you can see a button that says to add. So if you can all just click on add. So add takes us to something which we call our lands. So our lands is one of the things we will need to harvest in order to mine and get some more millenniums. So all of you have something that looks like this. So you have the option of a forest, you have the option of plains, you have the option of a farm and a lake. So if you just click on any of the silver bubbles, either at the top or on the side, it gives you the option to buy a land. So like you've seen, Mohsin has picked a sector. So the sector allows him to either buy a plain, a forest, and an earth. It's going to cost him 80 kronos. So if we could just click on any of the silver buttons and then say purchase. Fantastic. So you'll see it's been grayed out. So as soon as somebody buys it, then no one else is able to buy. And at the bottom right-hand corner, you can see how many kronos you have remaining. So we all start with 200 kronos. So guys, I know you love to shop, but don't spend it all at once. We will need this money to go and harvest our lands. So I can see someone's got lake, someone else has a forest, somebody else has...
So how much we have now?
You can check bottom right-hand corner. You'll be able to tell how many kronos you have left. So don't spend it all at once. I'd encourage you to keep it under 100 kronos. So you can do less, but no more than 100. Well, if you went crazy with the shopping, that's okay too. This is just a trial round to get to understand how to play the game. And like I said when we started, don't take yourself too seriously. This is fun learning. Okay, awesome. So we've bought up some lands. Then we can click on the back button. If you're on your browser, please just be careful not to click on the navigation tools at the top. Look for the back button. If you're on your mobile app, you will have either an X to close or a back button. So we'll go back. And you can see that your dashboard here has your land. So if you have a farm, you'll be able to mine your farm and get grain. If you have a plain, you'll be able to get sheep. And then a lake allows you to get fish. At the top here, as you begin to harvest, you will notice that this count will actually increase. So for now, click on any of your lands. So in that case, click farm, and at the bottom it says to harvest, so harvest. Click on your next land. If you have more than one, plain, and say again to harvest. And then all your lands, just start to harvest them. Now, don't worry, guys, just follow along with what Mohsin and I are walking you through. So do not click on anything else, just follow through along. So you can see that your land has begun to get harvested. You have a green tab that's slowly showing you a countdown. That's how long it will take you to get each of these resources. Now, you've probably seen on your screen, there's a guy who keeps popping in and out. That's the chief. So the chief asks you to deliver some things. So in this case, the chief could ask you to deliver some fish within a certain time. So you would be able to accept the chief's offer. So in this case, nobody touch anything. You can see. Okay. So nobody click on anything just yet. Don't go crazy.
I just clicked.
Don't worry. That's fine. Don't click
Okay.
so that we can actually show everyone else what that looks like. And don't
I will
worry,
tie
guys.
my
I know
hands
how
beside my back.
exciting it is. I know how exciting it is to say accept. Yay, green.
Yeah,
It
yeah, yeah.
encourages you to actually click. So I'd like
We
to show
always
you
do
how
accept for everything.
Yes, it does. And that's what makes the landing even more fun. Okay, great. So no one touched. So you can see the chief has an offer. He says to deliver 1 fish in 5 weeks and get Kronos. So Mohsin will go ahead and accept the offer. And when he accepts the offer, he can go back to the offers tab and he'll be able to see the offer he's accepted there. So he's accepted 1 fish in 5 weeks and he has accepted 1 fish, another fish for 5 weeks, and then he'll get Kronos. Now remember, he started harvesting his lands. And in 1 day, he will have fish. And if you can look at the top there, right next to the ship and next to the fish, the count has gone up by 1, which means that potentially if he goes back to his offers, he would be able to deliver. And you can tell whether or not you'll deliver when the button gets activated. 2 things to note. If you do not fulfill the offer in time, the offer expires. If you do not use your resources that you have harvested on time, they do expire. Now, you will note again, his Kronos went up by 300 based on the offer that he had fulfilled. So the more offers you accept and fulfill, the more Kronos you can actually get. And of course, when you get more Kronos, you can buy more lands and you can harvest more lands. So I'm going to give you a moment, if you hadn't already, to just buy some lands and to start to harvest and accept a couple of offers. Let's see how that goes. Let's give you a minute to do that. So now you can say accept. And it's on a first come, first serve basis. So you will notice, yes, so you will notice if you're not quick to accept, somebody else is going to snap it up and the offer goes away.
Yeah, I have 0 Kronos from the start.
Okay, you have 0 Kronos. So anyone who needs Kronos, Mohsin is very generous with his money. So he's going to send you some Kronos.
So I see the resources. Sorry, the resources do expire pretty quickly.
The resources do expire pretty quickly. And the other thing to consider is that you can actually buy and sell resources to each other. So Santosh, for example, accepted a couple of offers. I'm not sure if he's able to fulfill them. So if he's not able to fulfill them, if you go to the menu there, you can actually sell your resources and you can buy the resources and you can actually transfer resources to each other.
So I guess we've got a strategy problem about specialization versus like all doing things comprehensively, and a communication issue about can we efficiently say what we need and what we have to offer.
And I like that you've picked up on that, Caspian. That is one of the things that you will need to think about. So this is just a demo round to give you a feel of the system and how it works. But then in the next round, when we actually play the game, you will definitely need a few minutes to think about this.
Susan. It's Rodrigo. So,
Hello.
is it purpose that let's say the sign in which the chief appears is just for a couple of seconds? Because
Sorry,
I don't have time enough to click on that.
I'll try and answer that. Susan, can you hear us?
I can hear you. It's sort of gone blank. Okay.
Okay. Should I try to answer that?
Yes, please. Yes.
Natural disaster.
Yeah, and so in this wonderful world we live in, there are natural disasters. So these natural disasters could change game on game. So you could see a volcano eruption, you could have acid rain, like now we have acid rain. And what this means for your tribe is that you could potentially be unable to do anything. You might just have to wait out the disaster before you can continue harvesting your land. The natural disaster can also have an impact on your lands, and you might see your resources disappearing. You might be unable to harvest your lands. But the good thing is, the more you evolve, and you'll find that out very soon, the more you evolve, the stronger your team becomes and the less impact you feel from the natural disaster. So we're just going to wait this one out.
I'll try and answer Rodrigo's question earlier. So I think if I understood correctly, you asked, is there a reason why the offers go away from the screen so quickly? Right?
Yes.
That's a first come, first serve basis, which means the moment one of us accepts the offer, it goes away because opportunities are scarce. And it's kind of like making a commitment to the chief and saying, hey, I will deliver this. So it really belongs to you at that point.
Got it.
And there's no winner in this game. We're all,
Cool.
It's our collective success, right?
You're part of the same team, yeah. Great. So you guys want to, Susan, do you want to reset so we can maybe do this strategy and pick it up from there?
Yes, let me try and
I have a quick
sorry,
question,
go ahead.
please. Yes. Can we see or can we check the offers that the others are accepting? So is there a way that we can communicate the offers with each other, or just it depends on our communication with each other?
Susan, are you taking that question?
Sorry, guys. Yes. So in the next round, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a few minutes as a team to strategize based on your experience of the demo. You probably have a few ideas on how you can achieve success. So remember, you have 3 aims with this game. You need to harvest your lands. You need to trade offers with a chief. And lastly, you need to mine more Millennium so that you're able to evolve. So if you'll remember, on the lands, you actually have a mine. So you can actually buy a mine and harvest the mine. And remember, even as you're harvesting the mine, much as you can do with normal lands, you may not actually get a yield. So you'll need to think through as a team of the different possibilities you might encounter, the different challenges that might come along. And I think Caspian had already begun to allude to it, that maybe you need to have someone in charge of offers. Maybe someone else needs to shout out. And Mohsin said when we were starting, when people communicate better with video on, the games have gone much better. So let me just try and reset the game so that
but
we
Susan,
can have...
my question was
Yep.
that is there a screen that we can see the offers that other are accepting, who accepted the offer and when they are committed to deliver it or something like that?
So specifically, offers are individualized. So you would have to tell each other, I have the fish, I have brick, I have wood. You would need to communicate. So there's no screen that shows individual offers, but then I'll walk you through your dashboard that gives you an idea of how to track your performance in terms of harvesting your lands, to track your performance in terms of fulfilling offers to the chief. And lastly, so that you can track your place in the genome experiment, because remember, that's the ultimate goal of the game, to evolve.
Okay.
And I just want to
Thank you.
interject for a moment to introduce Syed. Syed has also just entered into the room. Now, he has not gone through the training that you just now went through, the trial round. So you may need to catch him up on what's been going on. And that's going to be the reality of the world we live in, right? New members will join our teams and we will have to onboard them. So you may need to take that into account. And if I may give you maybe a little word of advice, know that everybody is on a different page. So some people understand the game better, some people don't, some completely are lost, while some get it. So you may need to get everybody on the same page before you dive in and play the game. How much time do they have, Susan, to come up with a strategy?
They have 10 minutes to come up with their strategy. So I think we'll let them go ahead and do
Cool. 10 minutes it is.
strategy fast. Just discuss your strategy while I set up for us to start the next round. That's
Susan,
okay.
I was thinking maybe I'll host the game and you could do the narrative and everything, just so that the game is more stable on the internet.
That's fantastic, because I see I am still having some connectivity issues on this end.
Cool.
Okay, so strategy means, guys, speak to one another, talk about it. So you've seen what the game looks like. So discuss what you would like to do in the next round. The real thing now.
Okay. So shall we start now?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
So, shall someone get?
So
Anyone
are
has
we
any
all
plans?
clear on the goal? Is everyone clear on the goal? We're there to mine Millennium and do our evolution requires that we trade and make money to do that, produce and trade. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the main goal. Yeah.
It's all collective, so there's no individual success unless there's team success.
Exactly. So I think we should think about strategy on how to collect all the resources and the offers together. So maybe we can assign one or two to accept the offers and the others to harvest and send them the resources to just to fulfill this offers, so we can gain money. Because if one just gain money, that means that all of us gain that money. And then we can start making harvest to the mines and get the Mobiliniums to make the experiments.
So
And I hope that we can survive.
we are 8 players, right? So
Yeah, that's a good idea.
what you mentioned is that 4 will be playing and the other 4 will be just seeing the screen of the idea. So in case
There's 9 of us.
Rodrigo, could you please raise your voice, because I'm not hearing you properly?
Others may want to mute their microphones while people are speaking, so that it's clear for everybody else as well.
Okay.
Right, great. So what I was asking is that if we get, as an example, we are 9 on the game, we are going to be having 2 individuals accepting offers, 2 or 3 accepting offers, and the other 2 or 3 will be harvesting and fulfilling the activities. So if that said, if we are 9, there are going to be 4 playing and the other 5 will be just seeing the screen or nothing. That's what I'm asking. Is there any requirement of every one of us being involved actively, or is there a chance to just wait and see to see what happens?
Well, I believe there is another role of expansion. If we have more lands and more resources to mine, we will be able to generate more resources to trade with the chief offers and fulfill the offers. So I believe we will need some people to be responsible about expanding and buying lands and lakes and those resources.
Okay, so in terms of roles, we're going to be having, let's say, 1 accepting offers, 1 harvesting and collecting, and 1 other taking care of expansion. We'll see then how many fills those roles Is it going to be just one accepting offer and it's good enough, or we are going to be having 9 accepting offer or something like that? But that's the idea. So we got different roles, so we can focus on just one single task to perform better on that task, right?
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
I think
Rodrigo,
harvesting
that,
the making.
I think.
Yes, yes, please.
Sorry, I was going to say, Rodrigo, it sounds like I agree with what you're saying about moving towards clarity on roles. It seems to me that harvesting and collecting is very closely linked to the expansion. You've got to have the land to harvest the land. It may be that the specialization could be in terms of types of production. You know, someone might want to try to get the water primarily, or, you know, something like that, and you look for the low cost production. Look at the tiles. If you start with the low cost tiles, then you're going to be able to produce more. So we could each nominate, okay, take the lead on water and fish, for example. I'll produce and harvest water and fish. Someone else could do bricks. Yeah. And that way, others may be able to produce bricks, but I'll do it at lowest cost, and I'll be most focused on producing bricks, as an example.
Yes, but I think all of us should harvest their lands, because all of us will start with a certain budget. So, and we are going to spend this budget on buying lands and harvesting them. And after sending the resources that we produced to someone to collect these resources and start accepting offers and fulfilling these offers, and also collecting the money to buy mines, I think we should also manage how to transfer, or to manage how to make like a refunds for everyone to buy more lands, so we can keep the loop is going on, and we can just make sure that the cycle is still going on, that we can buy more lands and make harvest and so on and so forth.
Okay, got it.
So when you buy a land, right, you choose a tile, you spend, say, 20, right? You also have to spend in order to harvest. So I started out with 200, bought one land that was 20, but every harvest cost me 20. So how are you, I guess I missed this, but how are you earning more money? Because it seemed like I kept using all my money just harvesting.
There are some things called offers that appears on the screen and disappear at.
Offers are where you earn.
Yeah, so this offers
Okay,
is what
gotcha.
where you deliver what you have, I don't know, build, growth, or whatever. If it's the fish, the brick, and etc. The result of what you have harvest, that's going to be delivered into the offer. If the offer is not fulfilled, it disappears, and if the collection that you have made is not big in use, also disappears. So it's everything is time limited, basically.
Okay, so if you're not
So
accepting offers, you're
we
not
should have a
earning
process.
additional funds.
Right.
That's right.
So guys,
Right.
allow me to jump in. You have 3 more minutes, and then we'll go into the real
Okay.
game. So you might want to start wrapping up your strategy.
Sure. Let's
So
do this.
if only
Wait.
1 or 2 people are accepting offers, then the other people that are trying to harvest aren't going to have enough funds to harvest, right?
Well, what I feel is let me do the accepting offers. So way of saying I'm going to be the one that it's going to be accepting, because at the time that you accept that, it disappears and that's it. That's one for all. But I think that we shall all go into first harvesting, because it will be time consuming for everyone. So as soon as it starts, let's try getting whatever we would like to get under these 100 points, so we can start running the time on getting our own harvesting. And as we move forward, we could probably get better ideas on who needs what and who needs to change. If anyone else would like to take offers, feel free. It's not mandatory. What I mean is, as soon as one appears, I will accept that, and then I will be telling everyone, hey, I need whatever. I need this, I need this.
Okay, so we are going to transfer our produced resources to you to fulfill the offers that you accepted, and then you have to make like refunds for everyone to start buy lands again and making harvest again, and you'll still keep going on accepting the offers.
Yeah, but just to avoid issues, problems, and emotional things, what I will do is basically do as fast as I can.
Okay,
So what
no
that
problem.
means is, if
Yeah.
you ask me for 20 coins or whatever, as soon I can deliver that, I will take the next one,
No
just in case.
problem. All
Okay.
of us are just beginners, so don't worry
Right.
about emotions.
Right.
I'll
But the
just
Is
thing
say,
is,
everyone on the same
if two
page?
ask,
Do we all, Syed, are you with
yeah,
us? Have you got enough, do you think, to catch up with where we're at? Because I haven't heard you yet, Syed.
Thank you so much, Caspian. Sorry for that, guys. I'm late, but I think I get the vibe. I'm pretty sure it'll be better once we start getting into the game and start playing. But
Okay.
I do agree with what Rodrigo just mentioned. I think it's better whoever's mining or whoever's harvesting or trading need to be aware of what's happening. I just wanted to check what will be the method of communication, apart from if I missed something.
this
How are
one.
we communicating with each other? This is just on the phone itself, on the call.
Yes,
Yeah.
this one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
You
So
have to
that's
have the app
exactly
on a
fine.
separate, yeah.
Yeah, I have my app on my phone. I'm just waiting for, I don't know whether we'll get into the demo, or I'm assuming Susan's going to give us that
You'll get a
information.
code on the app
Yeah.
in order to join.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah, you'll be able to follow along. You'll get an app
Sure.
code, and the sub-tribe will be your name. So
Yeah.
if you've got the app up, you'll see you need to enter app code and name your sub-tribe. We don't have the app code
Sure.
yet, and your sub-tribe will be your own name.
Sure. Thanks so much. Yeah. So that's clear then. Yeah, I can start following on that.
Any other questions from anyone? Anyone feeling lost? Are we all feeling like we're ready to go?
Is who's responsible about what resource? Are we gonna have subcategorizing the resources? Like someone will be responsible about lakes and fish, and others will be responsible about farms, and others will be responsible about lands. How are gonna go?
I
doing
think
that?
this will be like hard to just decide who will be responsible for each resource, as because as you saw that the lands, there is like points of intersection between the three resources, so you couldn't just buy land for one resource. I think buying a land will give you also the opportunity to harvest the three resources. So I think the mission is to harvest as much as you can and then send the produced products to the one who is accepting the offers, so he can fulfill these offers and get more coronas. So by this way we can harvest the mines and get the mobilinium that will save our heads.
Got a question.
There are two dimensions on that. One is the speed of harvest. The other is the cost of harvest. You see the cost
Yes.
of harvest on the tile. The speed of harvest you have to see when you look at it in the app. It's not clear. So we don't know if there's a correlation between the cost and the speed, but maybe we'll discover that when we all buy a bit of land and figure out what we're going to do. We'll see who the lowest cost producers are for each of us and the fastest producers for each of the resources.
Got a question on the game. I don't know if
time or
it's
not, which is
do the thing of the lands being by one to each other has to do anything with the game? I mean, does it matter if I got two side by side lands, or if I buy one which is upright in the corner and the other on the other side? Does it has any impact?
No, so the land you buy in terms of location has nothing
Okay.
to do with the game. Amount of lands you have actually has something to do with the game. And I think, Mohsin, we can jump into the main game so that I can walk you through your dashboard
Amount of land.
so that you can have an idea whether or not you're doing well. How do you...
Yep.
What is... How much
Thunder
time do you
Survivors,
have?
right?
Okay. The amount of
Thunder Survivors is the name of the tribe.
Sayed, that's the name of the tribe that they will be using in name of tribe. Thunder's Survivor. And we are going to be receiving an app call.
Okay, Thunder Survivor. Okay.
So can we have someone who's opening the app on the desktop and sharing the screen so we can
I,
follow? For
I can do that.
example, for me, I don't. I'm just following. I'm trying to follow you. I didn't get everything, especially that I have nothing to do as a part of the team. No one assigned me any of the tasks, so I will be just watching and trying to get lands.
Oh, sorry, Mahal, for interrupting you, but it would be wise if you still go and buy land and harvest, anyways, as any one of us. Make sense?
Yeah, I will do that.
So,
Yeah, I will do that.
okay, got it. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, just in case.
Okay.
And this is the role of all of us. No one will have another responsibility or another role to do it, rather than only Rodrigo will accept the offers, and all of us who are going to buy lands, harvest,
But,
then
yes,
sending the resources.
as Casper said,
Fantastic.
and that attracts my attention. It's not only buying; it's decide what to buy according to the cost and the cost of harvest. So you shouldn't just go and rush to buy anything. You should think. But the thinking
Okay.
methodology, how to think, this is the point that I didn't got yet.
We neither.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of these things are going to get clearer as you're in the game. And Mohammed raises a good point. So how should you
Sure.
think? What should you think about? And who should actually do what? I think you generally have a strategy, and we can begin to experience the game, and we can answer a few of those questions within the game itself. So if you could, your code is 3590.
3590.
And then your name is a sub-tribe.
Yes, then your name is a sub-tribe.
Right. Cool.
Okay. I think we still need one more person.
Yeah, mine's still showing that I'm logging in. Slow internet.
Okay, let's just give it a
Lance,
sec.
can you close the app and try again? Force close the app and try again.
I could certainly try that.
So while we're waiting, we all clear? Everyone feel like you've got something to do when it starts?
We hope so.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, what's that? That's the idea. And
Yeah.
as soon as we realize that everyone is competitive, despite the fact that we can, at some point in time, interact, we'll try. Let's try not to basically ruin ourselves.
I guess we agreed on the framework, but without deciding anything inside that framework. So
right.
we will figure that out. Yeah.
That's exactly what happens in the world, basically.
Yeah. So try to be real. Huh?
Yeah.
How are things going on your end, Lance?
I relaunched the app and it says logging you into our secure server.
Okay.
Last time it took a minute, so yeah, let's another minute.
Try the browser link if it's not working. Just open it up in the browser and log in through there. It's usually the internet speed that has to do with it. And perhaps you could turn your camera off so it helps with your bandwidth. Let me know if you need me to give you the link in the chat.
I'm good. I got the link.
So, Rodrigo, how are you thinking to run the resource process, the resource allocation and the deal allocation?
I don't have any specific clue at the moment, because I guess that it is open.
He's waiting to get started. So you're all in. I want to walk you through your dashboard.
Okay.
So middle of your screen, you can see number of days. So the countdown starts from 365. 2 days are down. So we have 365 days to evolve. First thing you need to keep in mind. Then the second thing, top left-hand corner, is your tribe value. So your tribe value is a factor of the offers you accept and fulfill. So the more offers you accept and fulfill, the higher your tribe value goes. So just keep in mind, accept your offers, fulfill them, and your value goes up. Directly below that is your Movilenium count. So your Movilenium is what you need to evolve. And you have to either send Movilenium to Krob or use your Chronos to buy the Movilenium. Then you can see global tribe dominance in the middle there. Thunder Survivors is one of 4 teams that is also trying to evolve. So the more lands you have, the more you maximize and harvest your lands, the higher your dominance goes. But then remember, our ultimate goal is the genome alteration experiment. So the more Movilenium you send to Probe, the higher your count goes, closer you get to 100. So if you get to 100, you evolve and you win. Remember, there are 3 other tribes. So Nemesis, Ranger, and Siegfried are also trying to evolve. So you need to think about being strategic enough to get there before them. Then Resource Legend at the bottom for anyone who had forgotten. So your fish will come from the lake. Wood is from the forest. Sheep are from the plain. Bricks are from the earth. And then grain is from the farm. So guys, you have 341 days and counting now. Happy evolving. Go ahead.
Thank you,
Play the
Susan.
game.
So I'm harvesting forest.
Yeah, so Sayed, you will see when you get into the application, you will see something that says add, and you will see like something like a plane. Pick anything on that.
Yes.
That you will be purchasing that. Hey, someone accept my offer. Son of
Yeah.
So pick any of that, purchase that,
I
and
did my
you will see
mistake,
that
sorry.
on your own dashboard. Once
I
you
was
see on the
Okay, Rodrigo is accepting the
Okay.
offers.
I accepted the offer. I was touching the screen and the offer pop up. So
yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay.
We
So
still can deliver it, I think. Yeah.
I just purchased the farm.
Yeah, you'll see that you see the forest farm or anything. When you touch that, you see
Yeah.
a sign that says harvest, and you click on that, and then time
Yeah.
goes by.
I
That's what
don't
you
have
need to.
enough money to harvest. I have a lake and earth and forest and farm. And
Okay,
I
let me tell you the offers. That's a good thing. So we got 1 week to deliver. Oh shoot, we got 1 week to deliver 1 sheep. Does anyone has a sheep?
Yes, I'm
Good.
producing one for 10 credits. I've
Okay.
I'll be
started.
producing one, but in 3 weeks.
Okay,
4
we need to
weeks.
deliver 1 wood. Does anyone has 1 wood? Oh, I have
Yeah.
1 wood.
I
Let
got
me
one
deliver
wood.
that. Just a moment. 1 week. Let me
Yeah,
deliver what I have.
I have a sheep with me. Anybody want?
Excuse me. I need 1 sheep. Is there a way any one of you can
Is
give
it
me a sheep?
Rodrigo?
Yes.
We should write this. Oh, anyway.
I think
Probably
we
write
should
it down.
transfer all the resources to Rodrigo because
1
he is
sheep,
the
go
one.
to trade. Yes. Let me see it. Here it says, okay. That offer was expired. So the next one in 4 weeks is going to be 1 grain. Santosh want to trade sheep. No, not need at the present moment.
Okay, I can transfer the grain for you right now. I have
Oh,
one.
cool. That's interesting. Let me just get it because it says, oh, shoot. Just a moment. Okay.
Okay.
Let me say what I'm seeing.
Rodrigo,
Yeah.
can I suggest you don't have to accept all the offers. You just have to direct who should accept the offers. Because otherwise you're going to be a total bottleneck. Us
Well,
trying to
that's it.
transfer stuff to you.
Yeah.
So you just lead the process and get us to bid, and you'll get a winner, and that person will produce and accept the offer. Yeah?
Yeah, I believe that's a better.
Yeah, because I transferred all the resources to Rodrigo there. I think 3: shape, brick, and the wood.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone
And we're
just
still
accepted another
How do
offer.
you transfer this stuff?
okay. Just wait a moment. We got 2 weeks.
I have 2 wood and I
get.
have 1 structure.
I know what you're saying, Caspian. I get it. So let's see how we resolve what we got right now, and if an offer appears, let's see who
Okay.
has 1 fish in 5 weeks. That's the offer I'm seeing. Does anyone has?
I could do that.
I don't have fish.
Who has fish? Caspian?
I could do that.
I have
Yep.
2 weeks left.
Can I?
Yeah. Go ahead,
for
Caspian.
fish.
All yours.
Sorry, guys, can I interrupt for a second, please?
Sure.
So what I have now is 0. Even I harvest the farm once, but I don't see my resources. I cannot harvest the other things, the forest or the earth or the lake. So I'm stuck here. Even
And
there was
that
one beside my
I
grains.
delivered the ship there, Rodrigo.
There was one beside my grains and it disappeared.
The resources expire.
expired
Might
as
have
well.
expired.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't
So
last.
Okay, before
don't
expiry,
have,
I have 1 brick, 1 wood, and 1 grain.
Okay.
Who would like to have them?
I have resources that just spoiled.
Just a moment. That's
Okay, I can take this one as I have 1 grain. Can I take this offer?
yes. Go ahead. That's
Okay, guys, I have 1 sheep and 1 harvest of grain.
Do you have a sheep? Can you send it to me?
Yeah, how do I
Please.
send it to you?
Um,
Gotta
Can
click
somebody
on the
just take me
little
through it
line,
quickly?
and then you gotta tell it to him.
Yeah. Sell it to him
I
for
had
a low
2 things
cost.
that spoiled on
There is a
if you don't utilize them, they
So I go to
spoil.
the okay site and then sell that. Okay.
yeah. Here's
So,
just oh, someone accepts something.
I have a fish.
So the thing is, I got 900 chronos. So this is the time in which we got a problem. So
Yeah.
this is the moment in which we can take advantage of this problem to figure it out. So I got like 900 points money or chronos, and
Lost all the resources.
okay, let's wait for the impact of the earthquake. So the thing is, I got the money, and Mohammed, that's reason why you're not able to get anything because I've collected the things from the chief. That's me, the one receiving the money. So I need to start sending to who need to harvest in order to deliver, right?
please just tell me some money.
Yes.
I have
Yes.
a lot of
You
resources.
owe me a little money.
So what we're going to be doing, if you feel reasonable, is the one that accept the offers will need resources, and that's where the money is going to be delivering. So if one accept the to deliver, I don't know, a sheep as an offer and needs something about a sheep, then I will deliver the money to that person. Make sense?
Yeah.
So as you mentioned, Caspian, we will be following the who's taking the chief's challenge to fulfill, and we'll see from there. Because Susan mentioned something about the amount of land having by someone. So that has something to do, but I'm not quite sure how yet.
Who can do it? Sorry, you're running it, Rodrigo.
No,
The
go
offer?
ahead. Sir.
I'm just suggesting you run this offer. Who's can take it?
I guess I can take this offer.
Oh, I'm not seeing anything.
yeah, me neither.
They want the bricks in
Okay,
5
so
weeks, and I will have one after 4 weeks. I can take this offer.
Yeah, get it.
Jumping in, guys.
Okay.
Just let you know that Nemesis is 20% on the genome alteration experiment. And
Sure.
as you can see, you are a little behind.
Yeah, we
So
have
my
261
yeah,
days.
That happens.
and I don't know what
260 days and counting.
This is interesting. I wonder if we have resources and we could go direct to the Genome Project.
Well, we need to purchase.
Whether we have enough.
Well,
if we
don't have
gave
money
all
enough.
our resources to one person,
We need.
How much do we have?
918. That's what I have. I'm going to be typing here. This is what I have. We need 1,000 to buy that, and then we need another 1,000 around some that to get the experiment on.
1,000 to get the mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 310, and I can transfer it to.
Good. Anybody wants it?
No.
Out of transfer.
Who would like to do the selection fish? Who can get the offer of the fish?
I lost my leg in the earthquake.
I have a fish. I can take that.
Okay,
but
go ahead. Let me know if you need money. Ask anyone.
I would need money there.
Guys, I
Rodrigo, have a fish, but I can't see the offer.
Money to harvest. I don't have any money to harvest anything.
Rodrigo, same here.
I'm out of the league. I don't have any money to harvest anything. So I cannot help even. So I need some money to help.
Susan, sorry. My app stuck.
Okay, so Omar, your app stuck. Laura, your app stuck. Anyone else?
No.
I'm good.
So it's asking me again the code.
Okay.
Okay,
Just give me a
mine as
sec.
well. It's kind of hung.
Okay, so Omar and Laura. So two of you, your screens have hung. Okay, just give me a sec.
Okay.
I'll give you an alternative link to move to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so how do we figure this out? Shall we focus on get the ad at any one of the mine at 1,000, or shall we keep harvesting? Because I get it.
I think we should move to have mines or to have the Mobilinium, whatever the way is, because we are running out of time.
Okay, so then I will need.
I have 600 kronos. I have
Okay.
600 kronos.
Send me 100. That'll be it if you can.
100?
Yeah. Just to
100,
purchase
okay.
it, and we'll see what happens when we purchase that.
Okay, fund transfer.
You'd be accepting the offers if you have the item available?
I get a fish. I got a fish, so it's a fish appears. Would be me. You receive 100.
Okay,
Rodrigo,
I accepted an offer.
Yes.
Okay,
And
just a
delivered
moment.
successfully.
Yes, I received two or three offers, and I delivered them. Yes.
And you
yes.
got paid?
How do you fulfill them?
Can you talk us through it? Because I think some of us are not being successful in doing that.
You can after accepting the offer, you have like a button on the top corner on the left.
Okay, guys, can anybody supply me the fish?
Okay, guys, let me just jump in here and remind you, your tribe value is going down, which means that you're not fulfilling as many offers as you are accepting. So something to think about there.
Right. Hitam, can you send me 100 more?
100 more, yes.
Yeah. I'll let you know in a moment. It's not just 1,000, it's 1,020 because it's with a continuous land.
Okay, I'll send you 100 now.
Another piece of information that
I have wood, and I don't know what to do with that.
Okay. Sorry, Lance, just one thing. Another piece of information I want to convey is that two of your team members, Laura and Omar, have been affected by the natural disaster, and they have been required to take on a new role. And they have the data for the new role. So I leave it to Omar and Laura to share that information with the rest of the team and the roles that are available for them and what they can do to help the rest of the team with these additional new roles.
Okay, so harvesting this takes 500 chronos, and I still have 98. So if someone have something like 400 and something chronos, we will try to harvest the first of these genomes.
I have 300 chronos.
Send it to me, please.
Oh, well, I have 800 chronos.
It's just one, just to see what happens.
How much do you want?
500, if you got that, just in case.
500? I just have 300.
Send me 300, and if anyone can send me 100, that'd be fine. Or 200, just in case. Anyone? Does anyone has any chronos?
I do.
I've got 70.
Okay.
Who needs
I
the
can-
chronos?
So, me, I still need,
Rodrigo, you need the chronos?
yeah,
How much?
150, 150.
Coming your way. Hold on. Sent.
Yeah, get it.
Oh.
So, skip.
Get it?
Yeah. Oh.
No, please. No, please. Acid storm.
Okay. So, what's going to be? We're going to be impacting anyway. So, what's going to be the decision from now on? Because
I
I'm
did not
harvesting
understand how
that.
to set the chronos. That was the confusion.
Excuse me, Santosh. Come again.
I did not understand how to send the chronos to you. I could not find your name then.
You have to use the
Oh.
3 little lines and you have to
We,
the fun button.
sorry guys, we missed a really important piece of information potentially, which is that Laura and Omar have a new role and they're supposed to tell us about it, and we haven't heard it yet. They've been given a new role by the game,
I'm just reading.
and it might be something that we don't realize.
Yeah, we thought that we lost you forever.
No, I'm just trying to read because I had the opportunity to choose 4 roles, and I chose the trainer. So they're giving me the opportunity to learn about all the function, all the button, like harvest or trade or mine or other functions. So I was trying to read it about it. And that's it. I'm not able to do anything else actually.
So great, guys. Do you need from me anything? I'm here, guys who are managing the situation. Do you need from me anything? I have the farm, the forest, the earth, the lake, and I don't have any money to harvest. So I'm just watching you. So if you need any support from my resources, just let me know. I'm always here. Okay.
Okay, how do I send the chronos, or how do I send the money to somebody?
You have to use the 3 little lines on the right underneath the chronos. There's the 3 little lines. You click on that, and then it brings up fund. There should be an option for funds.
Guys, I have an offer from a bounty hunter.
Yes, I have the same offer.
So, what's this?
What
Any
does
idea?
it says?
He's offering help that if we just gave him 2 Movilinium,
No way.
he can get, and he will hook up with a shortcut to get you out of this rat race and a genetic alteration which will turn you into methanite, able to breathe in methane.
Okay, we don't have any
anyone have a
millennial yet, so we're far from that offer.
Does somebody have a sheep they can send me?
No. I have a fish.
Okay.
If someone has an offer for a fish, let me know. I can transfer the fish.
I have a sheep. Somebody who wanted it.
Okay, Rodrigo, what's the case now about the?
It's still 1 week. Yeah, it's still 1 week to harvest.
1 week. Okay.
Someone can send me the sheep. I can go ahead and cash in the offer.
Somebody, I forgot who wanted the sheep.
Lance.
Lance, okay. I'm selling
I
it to
just
you.
delivered.
Does anyone has any offer?
I'm just selling it
pending
to
to
you.
deliver.
I have offers, one for a sheep and one for a grain.
Jumping in again, guys, Nemesis is at 40%, and you have also only delivered 40% of your offers.
Yep.
And
We need
just
to
a
be-
reminder that Omar and Laura have some knowledge which might help you accelerate your journey to evolution. So you
Please,
might
Omar
want
and
to,
Laura, help
I
us.
need-
you might want to guide them and tell them what help you need. We have the answers.
Okay,
Anyone
so
need money? I have $1,300.
just the question.
Let's listen. Let's focus on Laura and Omar. They've got information. There's no way we're going to
Yes.
succeed the way we're going.
Omar
We
and
need
Laura,
new
please.
information.
It's
All
your call
yours.
now.
Does anyone need?
Okay,
does
just
anyone have a
another question. How can we help you? What type of information do you need?
We need to find a way to produce faster and get Movilenium faster. At the moment, we are not making enough money. We're not managing to make any Movilenium. We don't even have a mine yet. We need
I
to
have a
get.
mine. If someone can send me 300 Kronos, I have a mine that I could start harvesting.
Is that
I'm
Omar?
already also harvesting a mine,
Okay.
and it will be ready
I
after
have
6 days.
Guys,
Kronos, I need.
can you give me a moment, please? Just a moment, please. We are here wasting something very huge because we all have resources, but we don't use it. So I have four resources we don't use. We first have to just transfer funds and money.
Okay, Mohammed,
for
try to
everyone.
accept offers.
I will accept offers, and I don't have money to harvest.
When
So
accepting the
okay, but-
offer, when you deliver the offer with your resources that you have, you will
Guys,
gain
I
money.
have money. If anybody wants, please let me know.
Yes, I just
So,
given
guys,
100 kronas to start to move.
I need
You are,
300.
One
you are
moment.
moving my resource.
One
wants
moment,
money?
Mohammed.
Please tell me.
Look at our competitors here. I don't know if they are really competitors, but look, Nemesis are so far ahead of us. It can't be that we're just not like. There's some knowledge here that Laura and Omar have that we've got to get out of them.
Yeah,
They've
I
learned
would like
something.
to share my screen. Yeah.
Yes, please
share
do.
your screen, Laura.
Thanks, Laura.
Now, I have also one question for Susan.
Sure, go ahead.
Now I harvest the mine, and I
mine,
couldn't
okay.
find where's the product, or what will happen after harvesting the mine.
So can you see your Movilenium count? Was your mining successful?
I
You'd
have
be
2
able to
wood
tell
if
whether.
anyone needs it.
The Movilenium count is still 0.
So that probably means that your mine didn't yield any Movilenium. So that happens sometimes.
Really?
Yes. Okay, so Laura is showing you her screen.
Okay, so these are the roles. So I'm going to the trainer. Here the
Anyone
function.
have grain they can send me to fulfill an order? And if anyone needs wood, I have 2 woods.
Okay, well,
It's gonna spoil it. It's gonna spoil it.
No.
It doesn't get used.
Guys, I need the 2 grains. If anyone has any grains, please
I
join.
need 2 bricks if anyone has. Santosh here.
Grains and what else?
2 bricks.
No.
If anyone needs wood, I have it. If anyone has a
I
grain
need
they
it.
can send me, I can cash in.
Laura, can you go to the project leader thing and look at what advice that gives us there, project manager?
Yeah.
So offers. What does it
Anyone
say about the
want
project
sheep
manager?
and
Rodrigo.
wood?
Excuse me, what do
We
you
need to
Anybody want sheep and wood?
Just a moment. I need a ship. If you can send me one or trade
Okay.
one.
I think this role is important. Is very good role, Laura.
Yeah.
That you can manage the offers.
Oh, we're dead.
Going into a new
Okay.
disasters means that the year is approaching to finish, and I hope that we're going not to survive.
No, we're dead.
Okay, guys, let's not give up. Let's not give up.
We're not.
There's
We're
a natural
trying.
disaster happening. Okay, let's not worry about that right
Is
now. There's
coronavirus?
nothing we can do about that. What we can do is learn how this game works. And here I think we've got a manual and we're ignoring it. I really don't know how to play this game. I don't know who feels really confident that they can get to evolve in time with the knowledge you've got.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable now.
I don't know, guys. We have resources. We have, like the requirement, but we are unable to fulfill it in time.
Well,
Yeah,
you
there's
have to be able
problems.
to. You have to be able to harvest and then accept an offer for an item that you have. That's the
I think
challenge that we all have.
communication is becoming a challenge here with us.
Anyone has 2 grains, I can go ahead and fulfill.
Can we use the chat box instead of the verbal communication?
Yep. Maybe we could all, only Omar and Laura have been given the role reassignment thing, but who's to say, Rodrigo, that you don't go in and click that and get the project manager stuff and learn about it? And then we all click on it and we learn about the bit that is our job. So instead of relying on Laura and Omar to teach us all, which is going to be really cumbersome, why don't, okay, so Rodrigo, you're the project manager. You go into that link that's in the chat box and learn about being project manager.
Okay.
Everyone can go in and pick a role and learn about it because we don't know our roles well enough yet, and we need to find out how it works. Because I think we're all missing something.
Yep, got it. Agree.
I will stop sharing them.
So within that, can someone lend me 100 Kronos?
Well, don't worry about the Kronos yet.
I've got,
can you?
Who needs Kronos?
Okay, who needs money?
Who needs Kronos?
Lance,
chat
do you need it? Is it Lance or is that Rodriguez?
Guys, we have 69 days only, and we're going to destroy the Earth.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Does anyone
Guys, I have 2,570 Kronos. If anybody needs, let me know.
Okay, we're missing it up completely.
So do we have any mobiliniums?
I'm harvesting a mine right now. I can harvest more. I have 2 mines. Somebody could send me some Kronos.
Yes, please send him the Kronos because we have only 62 days and we need mobiliniums.
Okay,
this is the main goal now.
I need 750 Kronos to mine each of them. So if somebody has 1,500, I'll go ahead and start mining my mines.
So I can help you guys a little bit there.
Yes,
you
please,
can send to Krob one of 2 things. So you can either send Krob your harvested mobilenium, or you can send Kronos and Krob will give you mobilenium. Just remember the rate at which they'll give it to you is market rate.
So I have mobilenium. I have 1.
If you send the Kronos to Krob, they'll give you the money? They'll give the mobilenium?
Yes.
How many Kronos? Is that 1,000?
You would need to find out how many Kronos you'd need to spend to them. So they'd send it to you at market rate, whatever the rate in the market is.
Someone send me MOGL, or can someone send me Chronos? I have 2 mines that I can mine.
I don't have any Chronos actually to send anyone.
I have it. Wait for a minute.
Okay, don't panic. So I was kick off. So Susan, if you can give me the app code, I will relog. This said, who has? Let's focus on the important, which is to harvest those miners. I don't recall the name at the present moment. So who has a mine and has the ability to harvest that? That person will require money, and we will should send in that person the money that we have, so we can focus on that specific. So that'll be Lance. And anyone else?
I have one mine as well. I have
Okay.
one mine, but I harvested that mine before, and it didn't give me any mobiliniums. But I'm not sure if I just try to harvest it again.
Why don't you try? Do you have the
I
money
think
enough
you
to
need
try
to
again?
upgrade.
I sent 1,500 Chronos to Crop, but I did not get.
Susan, could you please stop that timer?
No. The idea is that we're going to be dead.
I have 9 guys.
You still have some time to do something, so make the something count.
Yes, to find some place to hide.
No, I sent 1,500 Chronos to Crop, but in return got nothing.
Send me the money so I can go ahead and mine.
So like I said, it's an option, but then like everything within our environment, it's subject to market conditions, it's subject to environmental conditions. So that is why you're finding some of your lands can't get harvested, because you've had several natural disasters affect them.
Who has the
Guys, you still have 26 days.
I have
also just a quick update. Fraud has about 1,600 Chronos in its account from you. When you submit the rest of the money, we will convert it into 1 mobilinium.
So sorry again, Martin.
I was saying that Fraud has 1,600 Chronos in its account, in your account. When you submit the rest of the money, it will convert into a mobilinium.
Submitted to whom?
To
the one that can harvest.
The rest of the money. No. So far, I think it was Santosh and some other people who submitted some money, sent some money to Crop. So you have $1,600 in your Crop account right now. I think the market value right now for mobilinium is 2,000 Chronos. When you submit another 400 Chronos, we can convert that into 1 mobilinium for you.
Okay. So
to whom shall we submit this money, Martin? I didn't get.
Yeah, go to Crop and send Chronos. You can send money to Crop as well.
I was not
You see
able
the
to
top
log
right
back.
here?
Adam, you will see after my deliveries, you'll see on the left-hand column, you'll see the Crop. So you click on that, you can send Chronos through that.
By the way,
Yes,
I have
another 400 Chronos there. Would that help? Where does it show? It helps.
On the top right, press on the menu, you'll find Crop, send Chronos.
4 days.
No,
Yes.
I have sent already 2,000 Chronos. My
3
question
days.
is, would it convert in movie?
That's it.
Let's find some place to hide, because
let's enjoy the end of the world.
Yes, enjoy.
It was, gentlemen, it was a pleasure to play music with you.
Same here. Likewise.
We'll see DiCaprio in Titanic, and that's it. Poof. End of the world.
There's a special message coming in for you guys. You may want to pay attention to it.
Meet you guys in heaven.
Probably. I'm not that sure.
We were a great people, but our singularity was our tragic flaw. We collaborated, but our alignment remained superficial. We focused, but our attention became diverted. Our mighty efforts were spent, not to win, but to not lose. The laws of ever-evolving nature have no room for dormant ecosystems, because survival was not the answer. Evolution was.
Interesting.
Still alive?
I'm alive.
So, how was it?
We are all dead.
Didn't feel that bad to die, basically. No, what I mean is the first things I can say is that we basically screw up. At least that's my opinion, right? Because we jumped too far into playing, into whatever tend to our attention, instead of what I feel Caspian was trying to do, which was trying to think a little bit. And what I mean is that I guess the intention of the game is getting us to fall into that, the time in which the offer appears and everything that happens, and basically, you know what I feel honestly is I have a 9 years old, or 10 years old daughter. I felt like I was playing with her and her friends, and we were all messing it up. Like we were all screaming at the same time. I need 10 kronos, 5 kronos. Who has a sheep? Who has whatever? So we probably, if we were a functional team in a company, or we were probably fired all at once, in best case scenario. Or if not, we will probably be conducting to some kind of seminar of try to listen instead of just speaking.
And what will be the worst scenario, Rodrigo? If the best scenario is to be fired.
No. That's the initial step. I came from a long heritage of mafia, so first step is to fire, then to visit your familiars, and then move on. So now, long story short, what I feel is that we were too excited instead of trying to think what's going on, because Mohammed mentioned thousands of times. Sorry, just to catch that, to make a recap. Mohammed mentioned that a thousand of times. I don't have money to X, and we were not able to realize if that was the key or not, to send the money to someone, or to accept the offers or not, or to good first try, may I say, good enough. Probably if we need to do some kind of recap, it's
from the beginning. We had a strategy of one person managing. At the end of the day, you're harvesting, and you need to accept an offer to fulfill that offer. So if only one person is accepting offers, then you have to transfer the item to that person, which is a pain in the ass. So it's best if you harvest and you accept only when you have that item in reserve. Otherwise, I had a bunch of stuff that was spoiling because I had the stuff, but I wasn't accepting offers. So all my stuff was going bad. So I think our strategy from the beginning was, okay, one person is managing everything. And that's nothing to say, Rodrigo, what you were doing was wrong or anything. It was just our strategy that we devised in the beginning was wrong. We really should have been harvesting and understanding, when you're accepting an offer, you should already have that item in reserve. Otherwise, you're taking it from somebody else that might already have that item.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess I agree with Rodrigo and Lance there. However, I had the chronos there, but I could hear somebody shouting, "I need the chronos." Could not understand who was that. It was a complete chaos there, which I felt.
Yeah, Santos, I just tried to reply to you on the chat box, but that thing here that we have resources and we have offers. We
Money.
have people asking for something. So
Yeah.
I thought in the middle of this crowd that the best scenario is I will be responsible only for the fish, and I will buy only the lake, and someone will only buy the land for the forest. So all of us will bring money. And when we brought money, we just nominate some person to give him all the money, and he mine and get the mines. So we are 9, and we lost at least, I don't know, I made 0 money. I don't know who else, maybe Laura and Omar. Maybe 3 of us only who make money, so that we didn't use the resources of the other 5 or 6 people. The aim of
I think allowing only one person to
generate
manage
money.
the money is like, if you allow only one person to manage the money, right, you have to be able to fulfill an order which gets you more money. So
we have first to
if
generate
you're
money
harvesting,
and then decide who will manage the money. But we have to have money first. The problem is we have resources, and
yeah, but each person should be managing their own money, because as you're harvesting, you're getting an item, right? You should be only accepting offers for items that you have. Then you're going to earn more chronos, right? So you have to only accept offers for items that you have. Otherwise, your items spoil and you don't get anything.
So we have to agree what you should have before. We have to agree that I'm the person responsible for the fish. No one take fish except me, and we might have backup because I might have a request or offers more than what I have, what I produced. So we might be 2 people produced grains, or 2 people, and I can see, I got into details, so I can see 1 harvest for grains, it give you 2 products. So this is the
just
grain.
to step back.
Yeah.
Just to step back a little bit from this. I mean, this exercise is pretty artificial in some ways. Like, none of us knew each other. Very compressed time frame, very high stakes, which is powerful. You know, when they were doing the moon landing, what they did was they started which is the evolution in this case, and they worked back from there. It's possible if we had done it that way, we would have discovered we already had all the chronos and everything we needed to start a mine and evolve it without doing any harvesting. I don't know, but we never found that out because we rushed into where we were kind of being directed, which is, you know, harvest resources and everything. So, I mean, there's obviously a lot to explore in this game, and when you really understand the rules, it's probably very easy to solve. It's just that we didn't understand the rules, and our communication was challenged because I, for one, probably spoke too much. It's like, yeah, how do we get all the information out?
So the right thing that we give every single person space to speak, and then when we should agree on a communication method. So the communication shouldn't be by talking, it should be only by writing, and only one person who has the right to unmute himself and even read the messages, read the requests. It's all about how to organize ourselves. We now, I think that some of us know the game before, and some of us not. We don't know. So we should nominate someone to manage the conversation, the communication, and then the decision. We have to agree on how we will move, because for myself and Laura also, we don't know what's happening. We know nothing. They just said to us, go and run and get lands and harvest. I didn't notice that I have a limited resources of coronas. I never know that. I'm 0. I cannot harvest. So I stated, guys, I don't have money, about 3 or 4 times, and I mute myself again. So who is responsible for that? He should be one person.
Yes, actually, Muhammad, what you said is interesting, because actually this is actually what we are telling people in trainings, that the team building stages starts with storming. because all of us just don't know each other and coming from different cultures with different backgrounds and experiences, and
It
that's
should
always
start with
happen.
forming. It should start with forming, not storming. Yani.
We already we already introduced ourselves and we know each other just by names, but this is normally happen, and what we are doing now is just what we are making the norms and putting the roles for each one and deciding what went well and what went wrong. But in all of that, the most interesting part was the very wide smile on the faces of Susan and Mohsen, seeing us just getting everything messed up.
Yeah,
Yes, and
yeah, sure.
keep laughing at us behind the
Agree on that.
cameras.
Well, someone
Agree on
has
that.
to give you
Well,
a
we were
taste
not,
of your
we
own
weren't,
medicine.
yeah, so we weren't really laughing at you. It's because we've been in your shoes. So we could
Yes, exactly.
completely
Yes,
relate
yes.
with every single thing that was happening. For example, did you notice that Laura and Omar hardly spoke? So I don't know if you even remember what Omar's voice sounds like, because he hardly spoke. And until Laura got kicked out, she didn't say anything either. So I don't know. Could we hear from Omar or Laura? How was the experience?
Well, when we played the first time, the introductory time, I figured out some of the the game's rule and how to make things done on my own. However, not as a team member. So it's just buying land with the lowest prices, so I can harvest and I can generate resources. When the trade offer pops up, I just look which resource do I have right now, and I accept the offer depending on what I have, and I deliver. My chronos increases, so I can buy another resources to harvest, and now with a higher price, and just it went this way, and it was going well. The challenge was in doing it as a team, and suddenly my screen froze after the first natural disaster, and that's it. So I had nothing to say or nothing to contribute with. This was a new role, and I was going out reading all the things that I have on my screen. However, my role had drifted away from the game that we already in. Am I making sense?
You didn't feel included.
Yeah,
You're making sense, Omar.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you, Laura?
I think naturally, like Omar said, I start to play by myself. Don't think about it's. I think it's a natural feeling. It's a natural behavior, especially when you don't know the game, you don't know exactly the rules and everything. Because it's the first time I'm seeing all of this, so for sure it's a little bit complicated at the first. And then when I start to read about the role reassessment, I was focused on what was the concept of each roles, and in the same time I had on my other hear people screaming and give me shit, give me breaks, so I did not really focus on it as help for others, as help for the team.
Okay, thank you for sharing that.
I think
sorry
sorry, I just want to say another thing. I think the let's say the strategy time where you are planning should include also the role reassessment, in the sense that you should know the possibility that you can be out of the game and you have the role that can be considered more important than the person that actually is playing, So I did not know what was the concept, and like I was just in the water, that's it, swim.
Okay, so what was the goal of the game? If you can just ask everyone again. So what was the goal of the game?
The literal goal
Yeah.
to evolve?
Yes, to evolve. And what did we need to get there? Because So listening to the different conversations was very interesting for the reason that you had everything you needed. And I think Santosh or Mohammed mentioned it at some point and said, we have everything we need. We just need to figure out how to actually apply it. And at around the same time, Omar and Laura had the role reassignment. In the role reassignment, one of the things you can actually find out in that is how to mine your millennium or how to increase the speed and the quality of your millennium. So how do you think you did in terms of collaboration? What could have gone differently?
Well, Caspian tried to ask. Go ahead, Laura. All yours. Go ahead.
I just said for sure my role when I was out of the games. Because I just at this point, I understood that some information could be shared better or in a different way, just to help the others. This my, let's say, mistake, because I was not feeling so important. But now, having an overview, it's really important. I mean, it's the key.
Well, I may say it's one of the keys because as Caspian mentioned, he was trying to ask both of you what was this reassignment or what information they had. So in lieu of trying to get ahead of whatever, we didn't realize that we were completely deorganized. And I'm not quite sure, but I may feel that those realignment or reassignments were made in purpose. What I feel is if both of them who were first kicked out were the ones that got it in terms of buying the cheapest, growing, harvesting, and getting the money, if they were the first to understood that and they were kicked out, then it was basically all of us not understanding that the benefit of them experience not share was our problem because they not only had the experience of the game goes this way, but as well they knew the rules and they were expulsed or fired due to understanding the rules. A very emotional dash difficult situation because Laura was on the right path and she was kicked off. So there was something like, okay, I'm out. I'm not quite sure why. So there's no reason for me to be on this team. Kind of reasoning. So long story short, it's crystal clear that we all jump based on our energy and not our mind. And second, we miss some signs that distracted us from getting what was the real requirement, which was, hey Lara, what was you doing? Oh, I harvest and I gain money and what's kick out. Okay, let's follow that path. And there were multiple of questions that we never took the time to ask due to jump into action, which was, as an example, the other tribes. Can we join them? Can we borrow from them? Can we do something else, or it's just us? We never questioned that. It was like accepting the situation, and same happens, I guess, on the real world, but as well in our perspective on not being able to communicate accordingly, may I say.
Thanks for that. So if you could describe how you feel in one word, what would it be now that you've played the game? So we started excited. How about now?
Still excited.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, my feeling about the game is it's not away from what was said from all of you guys. I think we should focus on the way of how we communicate, and when putting a strategy, we have to test that strategy first if it works or not, and we should also leave some room for improvements or making some modifications on that strategy to make sure that it really works. And also we have also to make like a protocol of taking the decision and how decisions are made and what are the impacts of taking these decisions. And at the end, also try to make all the members or all the team members included and not to feel excluded or demotivated because of the pressure of the work or being busy with other stuff. These, I think, are the main points that I got from this game.
Fantastic. And it's almost like you had leakage.
Yes.
Sorry, Caspian, go ahead.
I feel curious. I'd love to see something that just hit it first time. I'd love to see how they did it.
I think Mohsin has seen a team that got it right the first time. Haven't you, Mohsin? Yeah, he has.
Yeah, I have, but very, very few. I wanna share a few things, but I want to hear from everybody on how they're feeling right now.
So I feel excited about the exercise. So it was really fun feeling. Like everybody, though we were strangers meeting for the first time, delivered a great, like show there is what I feel. And yeah, there was a lot of learning there. A lot of things were completely new from everybody's perspective. And yeah, though we were trying to help each other, shout out there, so there was a lot of energy in order to motivate, also to support each other. So I love the way like everybody performed there. So if we could have had little more time and little more time on discussing and putting the plans in place, would have been really great, is what I feel.
Sure. In the interest of time, can we keep it to 1 or maybe 2 words?
So it is awesome. That's it.
Okay. How about the others?
Mohsin, for me, it'll be confused.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Confused. Confused. Yeah. Sure, that's a very normal feeling.
Reason being, I wonder, is this a team building exercise? Is this like how? Obviously, there's an objective in the game, right? But what is the overarching? Like what is this helping from a learning perspective? That's what I'm trying to align, right? Is it a team building, how to work together? That's kind of what I'm gathering. But yeah, I'm a bit confused as how it relates back to, job performance.
Sure. Any other feelings in the room? 1 word.
Frustration.
Frustration, that's very normal. Yeah. Yeah. Laura?
Yeah, a little bit confused for sure, not a little bit. And frustrated also because, I could do differently.
Sure.
As everything in life, when you do something and not going as you plan. Yeah, but it's learning,
Yeah. Omar?
I believe it was a very good experience to allocate where the problem is, or how can we develop as a team, how can we work as a team, how can we practically evolve as a team. I'm not feeling any frustration actually. It's a good activity for allocating these things, so I'm excited about it.
Thanks for sharing.
In a practical way. Practical excitement.
Great. Susan, can I take over from here? Is that all right?
That's okay. Please do.
Thank you so much. All right, so a couple of things. Wow. First off, I have to say this team played extremely well. And I don't just say this. I don't say this to everybody. In fact, Susan and I were having a side conversation on a different medium, and we were talking about there were so many things that this team did well, right? Like things like hearing people out, getting each other's opinions, and getting everybody on the same page. These are fundamental steps that a lot of teams miss. Caspian, I loved watching you play. It was just a joy to see you call out on certain things, calling people in, getting them involved. Um, you were kind of like the glue along the way, bringing people together, and that's such an important factor of a team in many ways. So pat on your back, round of applause to everybody. I think you guys played really well. And let me also say that the first round is not about winning. Win, lose doesn't matter in the first round. It's really about how well the team came together, how well they were interacting with each other. And in my experience of having run the game maybe thousands of times, what I've come to realize is that the first round is really where the authentic behaviors surface. Because this is where you don't know what's going on. You have no idea what you need to do, what's the right thing to do. So most people default into their natural states, which is if I'm a quiet person, I'm gonna shell up and figure it out on my own. If I'm a collaborator, if I'm a assimilator, an aggregator, I will do that. And those kinds of behaviors surface, and that gives way to looking at our own blind spots and areas of development, and our natural modes of interaction with people. The second and third rounds of when you play this game, you get to see more synthetic behavior. Now, just because it's synthetic doesn't mean it's wrong. This synthetic behavior is something we operate from on a day-to-day basis, every day of our lives, because we know that in this condition, I need to operate or behave this way because that's the prudent way of operating. And so we get to see that in the second and third iteration where people are more conscious and they're making conscious decisions, and they're more aligned. So it's not enough to say that all of you did not know each other when you came into the room, and you worked together and collaborated towards a common goal to achieve a common objective. Everybody was on a different page, and I resonate with a lot of things that many members have said here, which is that it's compressed, it's highly compressed, it's just a demo. So typically when we run it for a client or for a longer, for an actual group of cohort, we would run it for maybe 3 hours so that there's more time. We're taking our time to explain the game, walking through every step of it, all of that. But given the limitations that we had, you guys played really well. Now, let's move ahead a little bit on and look at what kind of learning is here for us to take, and what kind of learning can we really take back from all of this. So gathering everyone's input during strategy. This is a really important learning. A lot of teams, a lot of members sometimes don't do this. I saw some members do this here, which was amazing. Ensuring everybody knows what they're doing. Many a times certain members don't have clarity on what they're doing, and as a result of that, they sabotage the team without even knowing that they're doing that, right? Like accepting the offers. If people don't know what they're doing, they can accept the offers, and that could actually have a negative impact in the entire gameplay. In our case, we accepted 100% of the offers. You accepted all the offers. No offers were left unaccepted, but you failed to fulfill 60% of them. That's a large number. I mean, imagine the opportunity cost of that. And not just that, when your reputation drops, the quality of the offers also decrease, which means the kind of offers that you got were only paying you pennies, versus had your reputation been higher, your tribe value been higher, you would have gotten much more lucrative opportunities and offers along the way. Communicating the progress along the way. I think that was something that was definitely missing in this team. While we were focused on the task and the results, the progress was not necessarily understood nor communicated in our ecosystem, though we tried. Using disaster time to talk about what's working, what's not working, what needs to change. I like that. I think this team did that a little bit, which was really nice to see. And that's why I said that this team did a lot of things right. And in my experience of running these games, above 5, every additional player that comes in exponentializes the complexity in the gameplay, because communicating across that many people, getting everybody on the same page in such a short period of time is a task. It really is, especially when everybody has their own device and everybody can take their own actions. They don't need you. So they're gonna do what they have to do and move ahead, without actually taking into account what somebody else might be saying. Learning on collaboration, aligning everybody to a common goal, the big picture, the community for that matter. Empowering logged out or differently abled members. This is exactly what we faced, right? Omar and Laura faced this in the game as well, where 2 members were logged out, and it's by design, and they were not able to continue. How much did we enable them? You know what I mean? So that was something that we saw as well. Holding each other accountable on their promises. So when teams are making a commitment, members are making a commitment towards doing certain things, where they actually been able to held accountable for what they were doing. Providing assistance to under-equipped members. There will always be members who are slightly under-equipped. So how do we manage them, and how do we provide assistance to them along the way as well? So these are a couple of the ways learning, at least in collaboration and communication.